Hey guys, what is going on? Hope everyone had a, good day in the NBA yesterday for the small four-game slate on Thursday. It was really hard to separate yourself from the pack, so everyone mostly had the same lineups last night. So anyway, we still did pretty good. Scored and then our other one scored a 301, and then our cash scored a 299. So every single one of those should have cashed last night on our premium page, depending on what you played. But overall, definitely we'll take it. Um, our best one, 308, and Kevin Love got us a zero. So that hurts really bad. Um,
Man,
and
it
it,
could have been so much better.
yeah, could have had at least a 330 or maybe a little higher than that, 335. But Um, you know, Kevin Love, he always ends up burning us. I mean, I don't know. He just
Yeah,
burns us all the
inevitably.
time. Yep. So if you want to go over this quickly.
Okay, yeah. Right off the bat, I knew I had to have Kyrie Irving in. That was just gonna be a requirement, basically. He was gonna have the most points for the point guards on the night. I felt. Emmanuel Mudiay, also, a guy who's been playing up huge. So I just felt that I had to have him in there. DeRozan, I felt like might go a little bit overlooked tonight. People would probably feel more comfortable taking cheaper guys. So I wanted to, cash in on a ceiling if he, went off for 40 plus. He didn't do that. He still only hit, 32. So didn't kill us, but, he didn't help us out enough either. J.R. Smith, he had a pretty good game out. So, I knew this game might, suit him well. He's been, he did a little bit better against Sacramento than he had been playing recently. So I thought, maybe he could get a little momentum going there. Kawhi Leonard, he did exactly what we, knew he would do, what we needed him to do. Luckily, San Antonio didn't, completely destroy them and blow them out. I think, it was kind of bad for a little bit there, but still, relatively competitive enough to keep him on the floor so he could reach his value and then some. Kent Bazemore, this was our little punt of the day. The other day you took Otto Porter, and he didn't really quite hit his value, but we just knew that even if he doesn't hit the value, he's going to open up a lot more salary cap for other positions, and we liked that. What that offered, and look at Bazemore. He did even more than value. He hit 6 times, so that was great. Aldridge, we knew he was going to have a good day. He played up. He did well. He did more than his value, so I appreciate that. Love, you know, what is there to say about a goose egg? Thanks, bud. Uh, Jokic, man, you knew he was the GPP play of the day today. I figured a lot of people were going to be taking Len, but you know, some people don't like DVP. Some people do. I swear by it. And if you took a look at the DVP, it was pretty obvious who the better center play was, and that's what happened. So
Yep, yep. So overall, pretty good. Mine scored a 301. It didn't win in the 75K SWAT. It was off by like 1 point, so that really hurt. But if you played any other small tournaments, it should have cashed easily. My dud was Jordan Clarkson. Yeah, I didn't know Kobe was going to play, so that definitely hurt his value. So that was
mhm.
my only dud in that one. I took Jeff Teague as the GPP. It didn't turn out too bad. I mean, I'll take it. Wish he would have got you about 33, 34, but I'll still take it. But yeah, Clarkson was my dud. So, um, but besides that's mostly the same. Um, so yeah, pretty good night once again over on our premium page. If you haven't checked it out yet, go on over there and check it out. We've been cashing almost every single day. So, and like I said, the season is coming to an end. So get over there while you can. So, I will have our regular Twitter and our premium Twitter in below. Just click on that, and we'll get you all set up. So,
Just real quick, give them a reminder of the pricing too.
oh yeah, it's $10 a week, 30 for the month, and since the season's almost over, it's only $40 for the rest of the year, which is a pretty good price. So yeah, like I said, pricing is really reasonable. I mean, if you play it right, you should be able to make your money back in the first night or first 2 nights. It's not too hard to make it back. So, and our subscribers are pretty happy. So, um,
Yeah, today is like our popular renewal date.
mhm.
our regulars are renewing today. renewing today. So, you know, we have a good, solid contingent of people that are really loyal to us. That they've been making money and they're happy. So, come join
Yep.
the crew.
Yep. So yeah, I think that mostly does our recap. Like I said, for us once again. So today we got 10 games, a lot of games going on, a lot of high over and under. So that being said, let's get into today's games. So, all right, our first game we got is Brooklyn and Philly, 211 over and under, and Brooklyn by 2.5. So this is gonna be a really scrappy game, but who are you liking in this one?
I think obviously the most popular play today out of this game is going to be Brook Lopez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, there's probably going to be no Okafor, $8,700. Had a heck of a game against a pretty good Toronto team. I mean, Val Kuna's not the best defender, but yeah, I mean, he has a really good easy matchup. The only thing that worries me is it seems like in these easy matchups he doesn't do too much.
He kind of does underperform a little bit, is the way I feel too. Games
Yeah.
against Denver and the Lakers, it's like
Yeah.
real soft matchups there, bud. What's going on? Well,
Uh-huh.
Denver actually has been lately they've been playing up, so maybe just the Lakers. It was a disappointment.
Yeah, 87 still pretty respectable. I mean, if he can get you, what I think about 50 tonight, definitely try and take him. Um, I'm probably going to spend up on my center position. I don't want to play too cheap on my centers tonight. So, and I think there's a lot of centers that have some good opportunity tonight. So yeah, I like Okafor. I picked him last night. Ish Smith has a really easy matchup, only 26 against Houston, but I like him a little bit more here tonight. His price went down, I think, $100. So yeah, really easy matchup for Ish Smith.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen what point guards have been doing to this Brooklyn defense, and it's been working out well. Especially these small, fast-paced guys.
Mhm.
The point guards, especially who are athletic and you know not these guys who don't really run their offense very much. But Ish is obviously a focal point, especially if Okafor is going to be out.
Yeah, if Okafor's out, that just helps out Ish Smith and another guy, Robert Covington. As we know, he's been hot with
hmm
Okafor out. So I'm playing him once again. $6,200, getting up there a little bit, but still, I will definitely take it for 6,200.
Yeah, obviously it's like how many Sixers do you want to have in your lineup? But another guy I'm taking a look at today here is Nerlens Noel.
Yep. Yeah, it's weird. Usually, like fade the Sixers, but this is going to be a trashy game. So,
hmm
two really bad teams against each other. So yeah, I mean, we saw what Noel did. No Okafor, so 38 points with no Okafor. So yeah, Noel's going to have to step it up. So I like Noel as well. Um,
Yeah, I'm just still gonna probably proceed with caution, and I'm gonna be
mhm,
careful about how many of these guys I get in my cash lineups.
yep.
I like these as tournament plays for the most part.
Um, is there anyone else? I'm probably not going to play Young. He's just been on the downward, and his price is way too much right now. But Donovic, um, ah, I don't know about that. So
He's still pretty much a tournament play. It's not a short enough slate to take him in cash.
no. And then I don't really like Grant anymore. He's only getting 20 points. So um,
Yeah, Noel's really hurting his value. So
what about Isaiah Cannon? No. Hmm.
nah, probably not gonna go there either.
No. I mean, he has a really easy matchup, but yeah. I mean, he scores quite a bit of points, 17 and 14 points, but he just doesn't do anything else.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe a tournament, but like we
yeah,
said,
definitely, probably not. So, anyone else from that one, or we hit
um,
almost everybody?
yeah, we pretty much hit all the characters there. We didn't mention Thad Young.
Mm,
Maybe you like him. I don't know.
nope, I don't.
We've seen some power forwards go off against them, but his price, 6,800, not too bad, but still not my favorite play of the day. I'd rather go with Noel.
Yep. Whew. All right, next we got Detroit and Charlotte, 202 over and under, and Charlotte by 4.5. So Charlotte is actually, on a 5-game winning streak. They're 35 and 28, so um, they're pretty quiet, but they're
Yeah,
quietly a pretty good team. So
quietly a pretty good team. Yeah, exactly. That's a nice way to say it. Because I mean, you would expect Detroit to get the better of this spread here, but obviously, Vegas is putting their faith in Charlotte here.
hmm
This is going to be a real scrappy game too. Detroit, for the most part, pretty good defensively. Charlotte, they can play slow. This game's probably going to slow down. 202 over and under. I think it might actually play lower than that.
hmm
We've been liking taking Kemba Walker, but man, I think his price is getting up there a little bit too much for me to take him in this game.
yeah, I mean he's still gonna be a good play, but 9100, I just don't think I can take him. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still gonna do good. I mean, it's Kimball Walker, but
Hmm
91, I just don't think I can take that.
I'm not sure that I can work him in and make the rest of my lineup, fit
hmm
right and love it because how much upside does he provide?
Yeah.
The only play here is if you're banking on an overtime situation, but that's a very risky. So
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like Walker. I just don't see it. Reggie Jackson, Walker, really good defender. I'm not probably not gonna play him here.
mm-mm.
Um, EP, nope,
No,
nope.
Nick Batum, I,
Price jumped up.
yeah, jumped up a little bit there. Plus, might have limited upside tonight.
Yeah, I usually like the guy, but against Marcus Morris, probably not gonna like him. I think he'll get about 30, 32, but not much upside. So, um,
What do you think about Marcus Morris? He hasn't been too popular, but I mean, he's been delivering pretty decent value actually here and there.
um,
I mean,
not.
against Dallas, he had a real tough matchup, but 39 minutes and 32 points, that's nice. He kind of was on my radar lightweight last game, and I faded him at the end of the day, and kind of regretted it because I mean, look at that.
Yeah, I mean his last two games, he's getting a lot bigger minutes. His points are going up. His projection overall is 5200, maybe a punt play. I mean he can get you probably about 25, maybe 30. 5200. Don't need too much from the guy, but definitely a punt play. But if you put him in a tournament, he's only going to be like maybe not even 4% owned because
Yeah,
there's so many
he's gonna be
players.
overlooked for sure. So that's
Yeah.
my only process here is I'm gonna go that way, not in a cash game.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about tonight, there's so many guys that are going to be overlooked. So, trying to find your good little punt plays. Marcus Morris is a good punt play. Like I said, not many people are going to have the guy just because he's been so up and down. But it should be a pretty close game. The over and under is not going to be the highest, but it's going to be a close game. So the starters are going to probably have to stay on the court the whole game. So yeah, not a bad punt play at all.
Yeah,
Um, one guy I don't mind, man, Tobias Harris. He's been hot.
yeah, yeah, definitely. He's probably gonna get us like 5 times value, and that's about it. But you know, you can count on it almost. So
Yeah, I mean,
um,
he's kind of
every
he's
time
kind
we,
of. Oh, I was gonna say he's kind of in the same boat as Aaron Gordon. He's kind of the same kind of guy.
mhm.
Get you about your 30 points. I mean, Harris is a little lower, but if you just want the average, 30 points, there you go. He's safe. So, same as
Yeah,
Gordon, not too much upside, but he's pretty safe for the most part. So,
yeah, and every time we build up one of these guys, these power forwards who are quote unquote safe, and they don't burn you, they
yeah.
kind of do, when we get real high on him, but we've been high on him, and I think you can look at his last 10, he doesn't have a single dud in there, so it's a smart play.
hmm Yeah, ever since he came over to Detroit playing the power forward position, he's playing all getting huge minutes. So, and putting up double-digit points, real points in every single game since he's been over. So, yeah, definitely like him. And Charlotte is not too good against power forwards. Plus, Harris is not a real power forward, so he might be faster than
Yeah,
some of these guys. So,
is what
yeah, I don't mind
what you would
Harris.
call a stretch for.
Yep. I guess Marvin Williams isn't too big either, but I don't know. On the flip side, do you like Williams? He's been half
Ah,
decent.
he's been a tournament play on our radar, my radar here and there, but I just have been so apprehensive to take this guy.
hmm
I still feel the same way. But maybe I'll work him into one lineup, but I just don't really feel super confident in him.
Yeah, the Pistons are the fourth best team against power forwards. So
Yeah,
ever since Harris went over, they're doing pretty good over there. So
he's pretty much a contrarian play tonight, and I don't think I will be going that way. But yeah,
you like Drummond? Let's go with
um,
Brook Lopez for the same price.
yeah, that's the way I feel is going to be the better route to go. Drummond, maybe is going to be more of a tournament play as opposed to a cash game play like Brook Lopez is going to be.
Hmm.
Because if Lopez happens to underperform like we said he might have a chance to do, and Drummond does follow through on his value, then that's going to help you out in a tournament. But I don't really want to take that risk on a cash game.
Yeah.
Another tournament play, a little bit more. I mean, I don't know if you can say more appealing to me, but Al Jefferson. He had a really easy matchup last game,
Mm.
and we thought he was going to totally take advantage of it. But he he self-destructed.
Yeah, we
12
were
point
high.
dud.
I was high on him because I mean he had a really easy matchup, but man, another halfway decent matchup as we know. Drummond not a good
Hmm.
defender.
I
We
think
pick
I think
Robin Lopez against him. So.
yeah. I think Al Jefferson, on the ninth, he wasn't super high owned, but he was owned. People were aware of the opportunity there, and a lot of people got burnt. So I do like the psychology of taking him tonight. He might even be less owned, and if he does actually follow through tonight, then that's going to help you out that much more.
Yeah, but definitely a GPP play.
Not a cash game play whatsoever.
No, he doesn't get enough minutes. That's why he's so risky. But
Hmm.
sometimes when he only plays, 19, 20 minutes, he gets you 25, 30 fantasy points, but really, really risky right there. So, yeah, if you want a deep GPP play, there's Al Jefferson, but definitely not safe. So, um, is there anyone else you like from that one, or we mostly hit everybody?
Yeah, I think that's about all the bases.
All right, next game we got is Houston and Boston, 223 over and under, and Boston by 5. So I think Boston's won 14 straight games at home. So at home, this is gonna be a good game, man. You Isaiah Thomas,
Yeah, this does kind of suit him, doesn't it? This
high
type of
pace
game.
game, yes.
So, you know, he's going to be really competitive against Beverly. Beverly pretty aggressive also. Um, phew. I'm not going to play Beverly, and I'm very apprehensive to play Harden, but I might actually. I don't. He's just going to need to be taking a bunch of shots in the fourth quarter. You know this. Um,
Hmm.
this might be one of those ceiling games where he can go off for 60, 65, 70.
Yeah, man, 11K. Um,
Very pricey.
yeah, I think he has a really good DVP. Yeah, fourth best DVP. Usually we don't play smalls against Boston, but come on, James Harden is the exception.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Um,
played Jimmy Butler, and he scored 45 against Jimmy Butler. So yeah, I mean, I'll take it.
and the last game against Boston, Memphis came in there, and I played the wrong guy. I played Lance Stevenson. That was the huge mistake on my part. But the better play, and I could afford him, so I don't know why I didn't do it. Was Tony Allen?
Hmm.
He did a pretty good job against Boston, and he broke the rule of not playing smalls against Boston. I'm not going to say that it's open season on them, but
Hmm.
I mean, how can you argue against taking James Harden? Literally one of the most aggressive shooting guards in the
Yeah.
game. He's taking more shots than just about anybody else on the floor. So yeah, he offers you a really good ceiling here in a tournament. I don't know if I really want to take him in a cash game just because there is the inherent risk of playing a small against Boston. He might dud against us or against them. So
I
I
don't
don't
think he's gonna dud.
I don't think he's gonna dud. But I mean, when a guy's that high priced, even 40 points is a
Yeah.
dud. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yeah, it was weird. The Grizzlies were shooting like crazy. I mean, Boston still won, but one guy mentioned the other day we picked Corey Brewer, which was a bad pick, and I was joking about Vince Carter. Oh my goodness, man, 40, I think 37 for Vince Carter. So, ooh,
yeah, don't tell him that he's
ah,
39 years old.
right. So yeah, that was our mistake. Do you like Jay Crowder? Not, it shouldn't be too bad. I don't know how much upside he has.
I think he's another one. He plays the same way. He doesn't do the stir the pot gesture, but he
Hmm.
is very much similar to James Harden in the way he goes about his business on the court. This is also another game that suits his play style. I do like his opportunity to give us some good value here.
Yeah. Would you pick Crowder over Turner? Because it looks like Turner's kind of outplaying Jay Crowder if you look at it points to points.
Yeah. I know that he has been outplaying him lately, and he is obviously a little bit cheaper.
Hmm.
I just think Turner is a little bit more of a tournament play for me. I think
Yeah.
Crowder is a pretty decent cash option actually.
Yeah, facing up against Ariza, but yeah, Jake Crowder. I mean, this is gonna be a high-paced game, so Crowder should get you about 32 to about 35. I say tonight, maybe a little higher, but probably
Hmm.
around that range. I think his highest, his ceiling is probably about 40. That's really high up there, but probably around, like I said, 32, 35. But pretty sure we'd still take that.
Would you take a risk tonight and do these two mid-range small forwards in the same lineup?
Crowder and Turner.
Yeah,
Who?
I don't
I
know how
don't.
much I love it, but I
Well, I
mean,
like Covington so much, so
yeah, definitely.
that's probably I probably wouldn't. So
The only thing I'm thinking here is that these two guys, less than 12K. If you get away with 70 points from these guys, I
mhm.
mean, you're really doing pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, maybe in a GPP because as we said, it's supposed to be a high-paced game, and if both of these guys get you, let's say Turner gets you 30 and Jay Crowder gets you, 35 or 40, boom, there you go.
Hmm.
So, yeah, definitely GPP. It could happen. Um, we've seen once in a while people take Fournier and Oladipo, you
Hmm.
know, and it works out. So yeah, it could work out. Um, man, Jaron Soul of a matchup tonight. I just his minutes went back down against Memphis. I think Olenek's back. So
Yeah, his skin infection
oh
affecting him there a little bit there, or what's going on?
maybe his he had the skin infection, so they decided not to play him as much. I think
Says
that
that
maybe
he's dealing with dehydration, so it seems like that's affecting him and his stamina, the
yep,
infection. So
yep.
yeah, not loving Solinger's ceiling tonight here. We've seen
Really
before
easy
where
matchup though.
yeah, but yeah, I don't know if I really want to take a risk. That's more of a GPP play. He's definitely not going to
Hmm.
find himself in my cash lineups.
Nice, 61. So yeah, definitely take a chance with the guy.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
he's a little overpriced, honestly.
if he was 5,000 or 5,2, maybe not
Hmm.
too bad. But 61, that's pretty expensive. Um,
6,100 for a guy who's dealing with some kind of issue that's preventing him from getting his real minutes. Yeah,
yeah.
not loving that. Um, what do you think about Dwight Howard tonight? I
Is he
passed on
81?
him.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like him.
I passed on him before, and that upset me. He hit 6 times last time.
Yeah, as we know, going to be a high-paced game. Celtics are the fifth worst team in centers. They've been doing better though in their last five, um, but their last 10 they haven't been doing too good. So yeah, I don't mind Howard at all. Um, he's gonna probably get you about 40. I'd say about 43 to 45, which I'll definitely take that from him tonight. So yeah,
Hmm.
$8,100. Definitely take advantage of that.
Yeah, I normally don't find myself saying this, but he's a center I don't mind spending up on tonight.
Yeah, if you don't want to take Lopez, Howard is right there, right below him. So
Hmm.
um,
You gonna go with Andrew Goudlock for super punt play?
I didn't even know who that was. I was looking at him. Man, yeah, I didn't even know who he was, but FIBA, whatever that is.
Yeah,
The
he had a little stint with the Lakers, I believe, a couple years back.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna play. I mean, I know you're just messing with me, but um, who else are we? Do you like Avery Bradley against the terrible James Harden, or is he
I
GPP?
I think he's GPP, but man, I know we didn't even say anything about him, but he's got a
He could.
decent opportunity here today.
Yeah, he definitely could, man. I, I mean, if you look at it, he hasn't been doing good. I mean, he's faced New York, Cleveland, Memphis, pretty good teams, but I mean, if he's gonna face, James Harden, I mean, shoot, he can get you 25, 30 tonight. I mean,
Yeah, if you get, I mean, we want 25 from him here, but if he gets 30 or plus, I mean, the thing is here, he's the kind of GPP play you want because he has an easier opportunity to hit 6, 7 times, maybe even 8 times. More
Yep.
so than a guy who's like 8,000 or 9,000.
Yeah, and and plus, like we said, base game, there's going to be a lot of shots going up, so this might be Bradley's kind of game because he likes to shoot a lot. So who knows?
hmm
He could have a
So,
half decent game. So
so I think one thing we can say about this game is we really like it, and we really like
yeah,
taking a lot of players from here. So we're
yeah,
we're gonna have to keep that in mind when we're building our lineups here.
yeah. And for the most part, besides James Harden, everybody's pretty cheap, so that's good.
Yeah, if you
Um,
want exposure to this game, it might be better to go the cheaper route, and you
mhm.
can get a lot more than Harden is going to limit your options.
Yeah, but we're not writing off Harden. We do like him quite a bit. So,
Yeah.
all
Yep.
right.
Absolutely.
Next game we got is Chicago and Miami, 202 over and under. So not too high, and Miami by 3. Surprised Miami's only by 3. I think they just played. I'm not. I'm pretty sure they just.
I feel like it was pretty recent.
Yeah, they played on the first. So, one guy has Goran Dragic right away. He
Yeah, right away
got
we both love him.
39 against Chicago. So I took a chance with him against Milwaukee because Michael Carter wasn't going to play, but he only got me 21. So disappointed there, but definitely right back at it. His price dropped $200, so definitely love Dragic.
Yeah, I wasn't loving Dragic too much against Milwaukee. I noticed that they actually improved on defense against point guards
Hmm.
once MCW got out of the lineup, which is interesting. Maybe it's just the way that they've been playing lately. The ball is not really going to the guards; it's going over to the forwards. So, yeah, not. I wasn't loving Dragic against Milwaukee, but this is the spot I really want to take him. Really easy matchup against Derrick Rose. Point guards have been going off against Chicago. We
Hmm.
saw what happened. What was it last night or 2 nights ago? I can't even remember
Uh,
who it was. Oh, Parker last night. That's who it was. Really, wasn't even on our radar, Parker, but he hit 40 points against Derrick Rose.
mhm.
So I do really like the opportunity here for Dragic to expose, you know, this matchup. Well, not expose, but just really cash in on it because everybody knows it's open season against Derrick Rose lately.
Yeah.
Not half the defender that he used to be. So
No, he's definitely is not. I didn't mind Dwayne Wade against Milwaukee. 28 points. He had a lot of foul trouble, so he didn't really. I mean, he still played 34 minutes, but he was a little cautious. Plus 6 turnovers, so that really killed him.
mhm.
Are you happy tonight or no? I don't
No,
think I am.
I don't know. One guy, I really don't mind because his role is increasing as this Butler news shifts back to he's going to be out long term. Etwan Moore has been getting a lot more run lately. 4,200. His price dropped back down for a while there, and right now is the time to cash in on him before he jumps back up to 5,000.
Yeah, face San Antonio went off for 34. Wow. Yeah,
hmm
definitely try and take Etwan Moore all the way. You're getting huge minutes, so definitely a good punt play right there.
I don't know how much I want to take him in cash, just because he does offer a risk of dudding you. So
Mhm.
just proceed with caution. Know that he offers you a really good opportunity to hit, really good value, but it's more of a tournament play for me.
Yeah, just same as San Antonio. Another pretty hard matchup here against Joe. Is it Joe Johnson or is it Dwayne? I think it's Dwayne Wade, but uh, yeah, definitely a risk right here. But even if you get 24 to 26, still hitting value, so I'll take it.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm not sure how they've been running the rotation there. Who's running the three and who's running the two. So
yeah,
um, yeah, I'm not sure if it's Wade or Johnson he'll be facing, but I think either way he's going to face a pretty similar defense. Obviously, Wade's going to have a bit more of an upper hand, but Moore is still pretty young and athletic. I think he has a decent game out here against whoever he faces.
yeah, he should. One guy that had a good game, once in a while he's on my radar, Josh Richardson. Got you
hmm
25 last time against Milwaukee.
I even jokingly asked you before we were releasing lineups. I was like, "Hey, what about your boy Josh Rich?"
Oh man, yeah, I mean it was a good game. I mean, like, he's part of the rotation quite a bit. He's getting some pretty good minutes, which is pretty surprising. If a guy's getting you that many minutes and he's only 37, maybe a punt play, but it plus not a bad matchup here against the Bulls. So maybe a punt play. If you get to 20 to 22 points, definitely still will take it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe a punt play there. Definitely, probably only like 2% owned. So
Yeah.
Luol Deng, he's been very consistent. Do you like him? Last
Uh,
two.
yeah, he sure has been getting back to where he was for a little bit there with with Wade out of the lineup. 40 in a 40 and 40. Wow. uh, yeah, take a chance on him.
He's still pretty cheap.
Yeah, even I mean, I don't know if I don't know if I want to take him in cash, but still 25 it looks like is his average for the last like week and a half.
Yeah, and the Bulls are in the top 10 worst against small forwards. So
And this is a revenge game here.
yeah, totally forgot that he played for Chicago, but yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe. There you go. I think Nikola Mirotic. Yeah, he's been half decent. What do you think about him?
um yeah, maybe a tournament option here for me, not too cashy.
Hard matchup though. That's the bad thing. Well, he
Yeah,
played San
cuz
Antonio and he got you 26 against Nerds. So
yeah, that's that's very interesting there. Does he run or okay, is he running the 3 or the 4?
he's running the three sometimes, but plays the four when Taj Gibson is out. But for the most part, he's playing small forward because I think they have Rose, Moore, and Mirotic, but they like playing him as a small forward once in a while, just because he's a 3-point shooter and he's a terrible, terrible defender. So
Yeah. Bit of
that's
a
why,
liability on the 4.
yeah. I mean, that's another reason why I like Luol Deng. I mean, if Mirotic is guarding him,
Hmm.
go at it, man. He's a terrible defender. So
He's just going to want to eat him up and be like, yeah, they
yeah,
should have never gotten rid of me.
right. Um, so yeah, Taj Gibson, he had a dud. I don't like Taj Gibson tonight.
No.
Pau Gasol. I mean, sorry, man. There you go.
Oh, Whiteside. Yeah, I think he's going to be a pretty popular pick tonight. Actually,
Hmm.
he went overlooked last game because of the stomach ailment. They're probably going to need him a lot in this game. I would love it much more if he was starting. Um, I don't know if I'm going to go back to him, but
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't.
Lopez is the same price, so
Yeah, to be honestly, I mean, I like Whiteside more than I like Lopez.
yep.
I don't know about tonight, honestly. Lopez does have the easier matchup, but he does like we said, he does offer a dud risk. Whiteside, on the other hand, he's been playing limited minutes. He's been coming off the bench, and he's still been hitting pretty decent value there. So, um, man, if he could just get upgraded to be the starter, then I would love to put him in my lineups. But tonight might be just a little too pricey for my blood. Um,
Yeah. I
what do
mean,
you think about Gasol?
if he gets 35 minutes, man, that'd be awesome. Pau Gasol, um, 9,500. I'm probably gonna stay away from him from tonight.
Hmm.
Took him against San Antonio just because he was the best option out there. Had a terrible game. I mean, he got 21 and 12, but 38 points. That's terrible. But
Hmm.
I'm not gonna pick him. 9,500. There's a lot better options for cheaper. So,
Yeah.
um, who else is there? I don't see anybody else here. So I think that does it for that one. Anyone else, or is that it?
That's pretty much it.
All right, next game we got is Minnesota and Oklahoma City, 225 over and under, and Oklahoma City only by 12. I think it'll be a little more than that, but mid-range guy, Zach Levine, easy matchup here against Andre Roberson and Randy Foy. Do you like Levine, or are you off that?
Um, yeah, I don't mind him too much tonight. You know, we faded him last game
Which
because
was good.
yeah, there was so many other good options. So I'm glad we
Hmm.
went that route. Luckily, a lot of people still took Levine because he was the obvious chalk.
Yeah.
He has a much easier game tonight against OKC than he did against San Antonio. So I don't mind it too much, but I don't know. I might try to go in a different route.
Yeah. I mean, if he's a mid-range guy, he's not too bad. I mean, like I said, he's like Aaron Gordon. He usually gets you, around 28 to 30 and nothing more than that. So
Yeah, and they're giving him huge minutes, so he should work through his struggle. Charlotte, like
plus
we
it's
said earlier tonight, they're playing pretty well lately, and San Antonio, a tough matchup. So I think he has better upside tonight.
yeah. Plus, it's as we know, OKC is a high-paced team. There's going to be a lot of shots for each team. Like I said, high pace. He's going to have a lot more opportunities in a high-paced game. So yeah, I don't mind Levine here. Are you going to go with Kevin Durant or Westbrook here, or are you going to fade these guys?
It seems like they're a little bit expensive for me tonight, but I think I still have to play them. I have to try to find a way to work some of them into my lineups. I don't know how well it's going to work out for me, but I'm still gonna give them a look. I think I'm gonna try to start my lineups with one of these guys in here and just see what I can make it look like. If I can make it look good enough, I'm gonna keep them in. But this, like we said, might be a blowout, so might offer them a lower ceiling. I don't really like that risk. So I think they're more cash game plays than tournament tonight.
Yeah, but man, Kevin Durant. Whew,
Yeah, really tough to ignore him, and he doesn't really face a much tougher go here tonight. He's been the model of consistency at that price range that we like to see.
I tell you, yeah, he better be pretty consistent at 10-9.
Well, yeah, look at these guys who are only like maybe on any given night maybe $500 to $1,000 cheaper, like Anthony Davis.
Yeah,
Way riskier option there. He normally doesn't even hit his ceiling. It's a wild crapshoot type of play. Kevin Durant, man, you can just put him in your lineup and not think about it.
no. Yeah, for the most part, he's automatically. Oh, there you go. I got 50, 55. Boom. So, yeah, I love Durant. Just pretty expensive, but if you can get him in there, try and get him in there. Westbrook has a really easy matchup against Rubio. He had 67 against LA. I don't think they're going to need him as much tonight. Probably about 45 from Westbrook. So me personally, I like Durant over Westbrook for the same price.
Yeah, that's last game. We didn't see that coming. Obviously, who really did? Like we even talked about it. He hasn't really played over 50, 55 points against Chris Paul in his whole entire career, and he went out and dropped the first 25, 20, and 10 since Magic Johnson did it, 20, 30 years ago. So. Yeah, I don't know if you can really count on that same kind of stat line to come through tonight.
No,
It's one of those once in history or once in a generation type of games.
I mean he's still going to have a good game, but
Right.
you're going to pay up for that much. Durant, as you've seen, he's the more consistent guy. So.
Yeah. That being said, though, I feel like he's going to eat Rubio alive. So
Yeah, he should. Easy.
And Rubio is the guy who kind of tries to do like the flashy passing. So maybe Westbrook just goes in there and says, "Hey, bud, I'm going to give you a little education on how to play the point guard."
Yeah, maybe get 3 or 4 steals. That'd be nice.
Yeah, very aggressive on the steals. I think second in the league in average steals. So
yeah, so definitely like him. I'm
you
not
gonna
too high
go
on
with?
no,
Oh,
no,
I think you know who I was going to.
no. He's way too much. Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, and much tougher matchup tonight against the Thunder. They like to own the paint. So
Yeah. I'm not really liking any of the Thunder guys either. Enes Kanter, he's been really good, but like 20 and 17 minutes. I don't think they really need him tonight. So.
No, I don't think they really need him too much.
Yeah.
So I don't I don't especially love his upside here tonight. One guy who I think we've seen before does stay out even in stays out on the court even in a blowout. Power forward Serge Ibaka. He hasn't been playing at his value lately, but maybe tonight is a bit of a GPP tournament option here. He's probably going to go overlooked because he has not been hitting his value. But like I said, they like to own the paint. He's going to have to be down low against Karl Anthony and Gorgie Dang all night. And even in a blowout, he does stay out there. He is the last starter off the floor. Interestingly enough, and when he gets out there on the court in a blowout situation, he starts firing away the 3-pointers. So, this is a risky GPP play here. But maybe he gets you 30 points, maybe 35.
Yeah, definitely a risky one. Yeah, usually whenever it's a blowout, he just starts shooting like crazy. He just does those jump shots. So,
Yeah, he wants to shoot naturally, but with Durant and Westbrook on the floor, he's basically not allowed to throw it up unless they give him the green light.
yeah. Is there anyone else? I don't think there's really.
I think that's probably it. You're not going to go back to Shabazz, probably.
No.
Nah.
I'm done.
He yeah he
Yeah.
he did the proverbial action in the bed last game, so I'm not going to go back there.
No, I'm done with him.
Yeah.
All right. Next game we got is Memphis and New Orleans, 202 over and under, and New Orleans by 1. Sorry, Memphis by 1. Let's see. Zach Randolph, please don't play.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to play or not. But either way, man, did you see how much his price went up, dude?
Yeah.
I just don't think I can take him. I think he's more of a
No.
cash option tonight because he's going to be probably high owned. But, I mean, with that price jump, I bet he probably does go low owned. Not low owned, but, I mean, lower. He's not going to be up in the 70% range like he has been.
Ooh. Yeah, maybe he feels like, 53, 54, but man, 64. Oh.
He got the Alex Len treatment. So, we saw how that worked out. When a guy dramatically increases in price, it's going to be really hard for him to deliver the same value. He might get the same points, but the thing is, he's eating up $2,000 more of your salary, which is going to leave you a lot, thinner in other positions. So, do you really like to take a chance on a guy like this who, he's going to be playing up down there with Anthony Davis? He's not playing the center position, even though we want him to. They've been having Ryan Hollins play center, even though he doesn't really stay in that long. He's going to be playing up against Anthony Davis. Obviously, Davis is the superior option here. Superior player. I don't know about superior option. I still hate his price tag, and I still hate his risk.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many other good power forwards out there, with Gordon and Harris out there. There's other options, so don't really need to take him. So unless he goes off for 45, 50 again, which I don't think he will, he's not really going to burn you too much. So.
And on a slate like tonight, there's so many options that it's not like you need just a guy who's going to get you, 40 points because nobody else will. I think there's plenty of other options that might even outscore him. If he does only hit his floor, he offers a decent ceiling, night in, night out, but it's a risk night in, night out. So,
one guy I don't mind, man. We mentioned him, Vendor.
Yeah, he's
only 4,000.
Yeah, he's got a chance here. He's not going to face too stiff a defense. They are really banged up there in New Orleans. This might be the matchup of the most injured teams in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are just downright terrible with their injuries. So,
yeah, man, Mario Chalmers got a rough deal in Boston there.
Poor guy.
I mean, he's probably going to bounce back eventually, but man, you just hate to see that. He was really playing up. He was taking over his responsibility, and a ruptured Achilles in the Garden. Man, what a terrible, terrible way to go out.
Yeah, and he was, he's a pretty good player. I mean, so that, and he was a pretty good fantasy option as well. So
yeah, good player, better fantasy option, obviously.
Right. So if Conley doesn't play, who in the world is going to start?
That's the question here.
It says right now, Bryante Weber is going to start.
Bryante. I don't even. Who the heck is that, and where is he located?
They just signed him.
FanDuel. Yeah, 10-day deal. He's not on FanDuel yet.
No.
The one option that they do have on here is Russ Smith.
No, he went to.
But he went to the D League, so.
It
Yeah, it
says that
looks.
Lance Stevenson's the next point guard up. So there you go.
Wow, tonight they're gonna mess with me like that. Go ahead and take a flyer on Stevenson again.
Lance Stevenson is a point guard. Oh man, ooh, they're all messed up right now.
Wow. Uh, that's almost intriguing, but I don't think I can go with Stevenson. And you definitely can't go Allen and Stevenson. I would think I would rather go with Tony Allen here.
Hmm. Yeah, Briante Weber.
He's not even
I
on
don't
FanDuel
think.
though, is
No,
he?
he's not. He's only going to play about 15, 20 minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a brand new guy. So yeah, I think Lance Stevenson is going to get a lot of minutes, man.
Yeah, most likely, right? I mean, he knows the offense.
There you go. Ooh.
God, he didn't get enough minutes for us last game. Obviously, I mean, he didn't even play.
Yeah, but they're going to need him tonight, though. So
Yep.
it's going to be really interesting there, and I think they're just going to rotate, two or three guys over there. So, um, uh, so as we know, Memphis is just all banged up right now. Um, so you like Tony Allen a little bit, maybe, man.
That's just reactionary though because of last game. You know what I mean? So I mean, maybe he won't be at such a big risk tonight.
I mean, yeah, I mean they're going to need Tony Allen. I mean, no Conley, no Randolph, maybe no Gasol. Someone has to score, so. That's why I like Vince Carter as my cheap option. four
Yeah, it
thousand
seems like
bucks.
he's the veteran option. He's been kind of coming in, stepping up, taking the role. With Chalmers out, who is going to be the primary shot taker? That obviously opens up the door for Carter to have an even more increased role.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen, he's obviously older than him, but we've seen what happens in the NBA when injuries take over and you see veteran guys step in. Guys like Andre Iguodala, who
Mm-hmm.
they've had pretty decent careers, but when the bell rings, they answer the call. So don't really hate Carter here. You want to take him in cash? I mean, he only has to get you 20 to get you what you need. So
It's surprising, but yeah, I'm gonna be one of those guys that put him in the cash. I mean,
he offers you so much more options in every other position because if you can get away with a guy who's going to get you 5 to 6 times value at $4,000, you know, get
put
all
him
over
in.
that.
Yep. Yeah, I really do like him. Is there anyone else you liked from that one?
No, that's probably all the options.
Okay. All right, we haven't got to that game yet, but I just got an update, so that's good to know. Um, all right, where are we
Oh,
at now?
what
Yeah.
update?
Sasa Vukovic is going to start again. So,
Oh,
yeah,
Sasha Vujacic. Oh man.
Vujacic. Yeah, there you
Yeah, I
go.
didn't even get the update on that one, the flyer or whatever you want to
I,
call
j-
it.
I just got it. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, like
um,
last game, I totally missed that.
oh yeah,
We
yes,
totally missed that.
yep. So,
He'll burn you
yeah, we'll
tonight.
get to that one. This is the last one. So, we got Washington and Utah, 198 over and under, and Utah by 3. So, um, who are you liking in this one?
Well, it's a matchup of the fastest and the slowest teams in the NBA. We just saw what happened with the Warriors game, and
Mhm.
probably the second fastest, or up there. So it's probably going to play out pretty similar. Washington, not nearly the team that Golden State is,
Mhm.
so Utah maybe has a better chance of winning this game. But when it comes to how much value you're going to find out of this, I don't know how deep you want to go into it. Maybe one guy who I don't mind taking here is Derek Favors. Another guy also obviously is John Wall, still going to be in play, but you know, I, I just don't really like his ceiling tonight. His price did drop down just a little bit, but it's not as low as I would like it to be in this type of matchup.
Yeah, one guy that had a good game, but this is because Allen Anderson got ejected. Raymond Sessions, 31 points for Sessions, so I don't think that's going to happen again. I mean, that's just because Anderson got ejected. So,
Yeah, he completely destroyed one of my lineups. He got in 1 minute, and first thing he does is he throws the fist.
yeah.
Um, Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be going back to him just because he offers that risk. But
Yep.
um, you know what, dude? I mean, he's probably not going to be owned tonight because of that. But if he hasn't been suspended or anything, I don't believe, right?
Nope.
He's not going to. Well, if you get ejected from a game, aren't you supposed to miss the next game?
I'm not sure, but looks like Brad Beal should play, so I think that hurts Anderson a little bit.
Yeah. So probably does limit his upside anyways. Let's see.
Because you got Brad Beal, Temple, Sessions, and then Anderson. So
Yeah, it looks like he flew out to Utah but didn't practice. So that tells me that he's going to play because they want him to be there, but they don't want to wear him out.
yeah. Um,
Still going to be playing limited minutes. Don't go there.
I took a chance in a on my free roll. It was, I mean, I'm glad I didn't put him in our tournament, but Rodney Hood was out, so I was like, oh, I should just put in Chris Johnson. He's gonna start. He got 20 minutes, only got 8 points. So yeah, definitely don't go there.
Yeah. You told me about that, and yeah, still wasn't the best
No.
play there. Went up against the Warriors, so
Yeah. um, you like Gordon Hayward against Otto Porter?
um,
Or
normally I think like, oh yeah, I'll take a small forward against the Wizards, but actually I was looking at it deeper, and Wizards aren't that freaking bad against small forwards. This might be the kind of gameplay where Hayward gets super aggressive and hits a lot of shots, but I'm just not loving him tonight.
me either.
I think there's other options, lower price that offer way better upside as far as your return on value.
Yeah.
So
Um, who else would we like? Yeah, you said you didn't mind Favors, maybe there. One guy that got not increased minutes, but overall projection went up was Nene. I mean, he got 20 points, 3,900. That's pretty risky. Probably not going there. You got 26 against Portland, 40 minutes. Wow.
yeah, that's really interesting actually. Um, if he's going to get that many minutes, you kind of want to take him, but
That
I
was a
don't think.
one-time thing.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't think.
he'll go back down to about 24, 25 minutes probably.
Yeah, most likely.
And the other thing is maybe the reason why he got that was just because of the way Portland was playing, so they had to use him. Um, I'm not sure, but sometimes that dictates who you're going to play. Um, I don't think I'm playing Gortat or Rudy tonight. I don't know about you.
It feels like they kind of cancel each other out here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like either of them. Basically same price. Both probably going to offer you the same type of ceiling. 35 is probably going to be the most you're going to see from them, and that's basically only 5 times value. They're never really terrible cash options, but I just don't know how much I want to put them in there with that limited upside.
Yeah, I see about 30 to 30 these guys, so not too
Hmm.
much going on. So,
I don't see much
anyone,
less. I don't see much more either. So.
yeah, anyone else you like from this one here?
No, it's not going to be my favorite matchup here.
Yeah.
Really good defense against a team that doesn't play defense usually spells pretty bad things.
Yep, it does. So, all right, next game we got is Orlando and Sacramento, 221 over and under, and the spread is even. So, could be an overtime game. That'd be nice.
That would definitely be amazing. I think obviously this is going to be one of the most popular games that people are going to play players from.
Mm-hmm.
With all the value that has opened up,
Whew.
the great over and under, competitive spread.
Yeah,
This
right away I'm
is the
going with
perfect
Seth.
storm.
I'm going with Seth Curry right away.
Yeah, number one player of the night. No, but for real, he's not. I mean, he's going to be high owned, but maybe not the most popular guy as of late. Um, Victor Oladipo is no. He's very popular. He's probably going to be the most played guy tonight.
Yeah, he should. I mean, we keep saying it all the time. Play shooting guards against Orlando. Sorry, not against Orlando. Sorry, against the Kings. And oh man, he's going to get about 40 to 43 tonight. I say. I love
Yeah,
him.
yeah, it's a very reasonable prediction. Another guy who might go a little bit more under the radar, actually, but I think is probably going to get you maybe even a better return on value here is Rudy Gay.
Hmm. Yeah, no DeMarcus Cousins. If you've heard the news, you should have by now. Cousins is suspended, so he's gonna have to pick it up. Plus, he's playing huge minutes the last two games, so I love him tonight.
Yeah, they suspended him a game for verbally berating George Karl, which I don't really see any difference from a normal night.
Right?
That's what he does. So I mean, yeah, I guess enough was enough. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. A little bit too much, but pretty happy about that because yeah, pretty gay. His price is right to take him.
Mhm.
I mean, I would give him a look even if Cousins was in the lineup, but he's just tremendously upgraded in value when Cousins is out. His usage is probably going to go through the roof tonight.
Mhm.
The type of game, Fournier, not the greatest defender.
I like. Oh
Rudy bigger than him, but I
yeah.
mean, I don't mind Fournier either. Um,
No, the Kings are the fourth worst team against small forwards. So yeah, I love, love, love that.
yeah, absolutely.
Magic are actually pretty good against small forwards, but I mean, with Gay having to have to be the focal point, gotta pick him.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
um, Aaron Gordon, he burnt us last time, but I love him tonight.
Yeah, yeah. No boogie down low. It's basically going to be a rotation of Kufis and AC and Cauley Stein down there between the 4 and 5. Um, Cauley
I think he
Stein,
can handle that.
yeah. Cauley Stein and AC might be the best defenders, but you know, I really like Gordon's opportunity here. He's in
Yep.
a really good spot, really good matchup. You know, even at full strength, the Kings not the best team down low on
Yeah.
the defensive side. So yeah, I was gonna take Gordon anyways, but if Boogie's gonna be out and not
Mhm.
a huge force down there, yeah, go with Gordon, load him up. He
Yeah.
should be in
Plus,
every lineup.
plus Vukovic is out, so his once again, so hopefully his usage goes up just a little bit. So.
Hmm.
Some people like Jason Smith. I'm not high on the guy. Even when he starts, he just doesn't do anything. So I don't like him. Some people do, but I don't.
Yeah. I think the best game that I saw him have was in London when he played Toronto, and he surprised everybody with 30 points. I just don't
Yeah.
really see him going off tonight. How much are they going to use him? I think honestly, it's just going to be more of like a smaller lineup type of game.
Hmm.
I would not be surprised if Gordon is running the 5 a little bit out there.
I mean, Jason Smith is 7 feet tall, so he's a pretty big dude. But yeah, like you said, but
Sacramento's not going to be using too many of those big dudes out there that he's going to need to be out there on the floor with.
yeah, they might plug in Ilyasova as a power forward once in a while. So yeah.
I think what you're going to see tonight is going to see more Willie Cauley running the 5.
Hmm.
And he's a little bit of a decent defender here. I don't really like Smith's opportunity. Um, yeah,
No.
if you want to go a punt route out of this game, one guy who he's kind of sort of been on our radar here and there. He's very risky, but he has been playing at a higher level in Sacramento than he was, all all season long. Now is Quincy Acey.
Yeah. You pick him once in a while. I mean, he's a firecracker, man. I mean, he's really aggressive, and in a game like this with no Cousins, someone's got to be aggressive. Yeah, and I love AC as a punt play. I really do. Get you about 25 points.
Yeah, pretty decent punt play here, I think.
Uh-huh.
He goes out and explodes in the first 6 minutes of the game. It's all about how he can sustain that. And normally, Sacramento doesn't have enough possessions or uh, less greedy guys on the floor to give up the ball to AC normally. But when you have a ball hog like Cousins missing on the floor, there's just going to be so many more opportunities opened up for everybody. I can really see Rudy Gay working with Quincy Acey out there. I think Rudy's basically going to be running like point forward. Rondo is obviously the main facilitator here. He's going to be looking for everybody, but I think AC gets some better opportunity here than he has been.
Yeah, so yeah, we do like AC quite a bit. So probably will be in one or two of our lineups. because a pretty good punt play that I see. So another guy, if he's going to start, Darren Collison, I don't mind him. Um,
I think he's honestly a better option tonight than Rajon Rondo.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, if he's going to start, there you go. It says Bellinelli's going to start right now. Still game time decision, so I don't know what's going on over there. But
yeah, and then Alfred Payton looks like a game time decision here. I don't know if he's going to play or not. Looks like he's got an elbow issue. If he doesn't play, do you want to take a risk on Brandon Jennings?
I don't mind it, dude. I don't. C.J. Watson, I think he's getting more minutes, so um, yeah.
Yeah, Watson's only $100 more, and it does look like he actually is getting more of the minutes. So maybe the better play there is Watson.
I don't like Watson. I never liked the dude.
Not super high on my radar. Obviously, I like
No.
Brandon Jennings' ceiling and opportunity, and just overall better player. I think so. I like
Yeah,
Jennings more, despite the recent history of Watson outperforming him.
yeah. Watson's getting the bigger minutes, but Watson doesn't just I mean, he doesn't do anything really. So if Jennings gets his minutes, we see what he does when he gets 25 plus minutes. Um, he had 25 points against Golden State, got you 24 points, 25 minutes against Indiana, 26. Yeah, I mean, if he gets pretty good amount of minutes, I think he should produce here in a pretty easy game. So
I think even if C.J. Watson gets the start, I will still put Brandon Jennings in just because Watson he'll get maybe 5-6 minutes in the first quarter,
mm-hmm.
and he'll come out and it should be the Brandon Jennings show as long as he can stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah,
I've seen that before where he just comes in and he gets 2 quick ones in like 4 minutes, and it's like,
yeah,
dude, really? Are you serious?
yep. And and we've had him in those, and it's like, come on now. So
Yeah,
yeah, definitely risky, but he can get you 25 points. So yeah, definitely a GPP play. So yeah, I think we hit almost every single player because we love this game. So
yeah, it offers
plus
you
it's your
pretty
team.
good
So
value here. Yeah, so naturally.
yep. So all right, I think that is mostly everyone from that one. So
Yeah, I'm not going to
um,
go with Catsby. It's the only other guy, but I'm
yeah,
not going to go there.
we got Portland and Golden State 227 over and under, and Golden State by 12. I don't think it's going to be 12, to be honest with you. It's going to be a close game. Really going to be a good game. We know Portland destroyed them, but they are going to be at home, so it's going to be a pretty good game. I don't think it's going to be 12. I think it should be closer. So
Yeah, you can't put all the weight on last matchup here.
mm-mm.
I'm not going to say that's the one in a million here because I love Damian Lillard, but you don't want to say that it's going to actually absolutely happen again. But with all that said, it's going to happen again. Steph Curry's banged up here a little bit. His ankle is bothering him more than they're letting on, I feel like. Um, Damian Lillard, ever since
Oof.
the All-Star break, I don't know if you saw this stat posted on Twitter last night or a couple nights ago. But ever since the All-Star break, whenever he faces an All-Star point guard, he plays above like I think 35 real points. And if you look at his stat lines on fantasy, every one of those games is above like 45, 50 points. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's got something to prove. Um, you know, he's just going to go off. I think he might be your must-play point guard tonight.
I love Lillard. Plus Curry's a little banged up, so maybe Lillard can take advantage of him. Yeah, it's hard to take advantage of Curry, but who knows? So I love
Yeah.
Lillard tonight, man. I see about 50-55 here. So
Yep.
plus he's only 9,600. So
He's going to go super high owned. He's going to be in cash games.
mhm.
It's just inevitable. So you pretty much kind of have to fit him into your lineup.
Yeah. You like Klay Thompson?
Uh,
Half
not
decent
so.
matchup.
Yeah, but not so much, man.
Yeah.
He just he has Orlando. It was a decent game, I guess, but he was even more expensive in that game. I think he was like 74 or 72 back then.
Yeah.
Um, I don't want to take a risk on this guy. I mean, it's not really a risk, but he might only get you 4 times value on your dollar. So is he
Yeah.
really worth it to you tonight? Do you have to have him in there? I
No, you
think
don't
maybe
have to
on a
have.
shorter slate you have to go with him, but not tonight.
Yeah.
I'd like C.J. McCollum more, to be honest.
Ooh. Um. Yeah, I mean McCollum. I mean both of them are risky because both of them can go off and sometimes they put duds on you. But yeah, you know I think this is going to be a Lillard show. How much do they need McCollum tonight? That's my question.
Yeah, I mean, both these shooting guards are pretty relatively low on my radar.
Mhm.
But if I had to go pecking order, I'm going to take McCollum before I take Thompson, just because he's cheaper, and I think they offer the same risk reward type of situation here. Because I'm not going to take either of them in cash, so it's purely a tournament play. Thompson's going to be the more popular pick, I feel like, and McCollum will go lower owned, obviously, so he'll offer you a better tournament type of play. But no way I'm going to play these guys in cash.
Yeah, yeah, definitely not cash safe at all. So, one
I'm
more
not going
thing,
to go with
guys.
Barnes.
Oh, nope. Forgot to mention it, but if you guys have any questions, there's that little Google Hangout thing should pop up when you guys are watching it. If you want to click on that and ask us some questions, we will answer it here once we're done building our own lineup. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions. We will definitely answer them. If you have any of them, any questions, let us know. So yeah, I don't like Barnes. He just I don't know, everybody's saying he's going to be a big off-season pickup, but I just don't. I don't know. Huh.
Off-season pickup. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because he's a free agent. So
Oh yeah,
no, I was saying yeah, but I don't know.
I wasn't even aware that he was a free agent after this year. That's why all the Kevin Durant talk
Maybe
is happening.
yeah, maybe he'll do in a different environment where he's needed. Maybe he'll do better, but they don't really need him in Golden State, so that's why he's just not being productive. So I just don't see it again tonight. Do you gonna pick Ed Davis?
Probably not.
He had a heck of a game against Washington, but man,
As we know, he's pretty volatile though. So
yeah,
tournament option, but whew.
yeah. Besides that, that's probably it there. Draymond Green, or no?
Still kind of, sort of in my doghouse.
Yeah,
He's working his way out of it. It looks like, but I don't know that I want to take a risk on him.
yeah. I need to see about one games from him. If he gets 39, 40, and like a 42, yeah, I'll probably consider it. But
If
um,
you can fit him in your tournament
mhm,
lineup, maybe not a bad play here because he does obviously offer a pretty high ceiling if he does go off and gets like a triple double, but not
yeah.
gonna play him in cash. Not loving him. Can't count on 40 from him here. Um, yeah, just
One. Oh, I was gonna say one guy that had a half decent game. Maurice Spates. He only played 15 minutes, had 28 fantasy points. Wow.
Mo buckets.
Yeah. I'm not.
He's got the green light to shoot, but
Yeah.
that's just risky.
Hmm.
He doesn't offer me enough minutes on the court to say, yeah, that's a safe play.
Yeah. Same here. I just don't see it.
Even in
Um,
tournaments, I don't know how much I want to go to him.
yeah. I mean, if you got big, if you got 25, 30 minutes, oh man, I'd love to pick Spates. Because
And,
we can
and
see what he does in limited time, but he's
yeah,
it's not safe. He doesn't play enough.
if Draymond was still questionable, with the illness or whatever, then maybe he deserves more of a look, but not tonight because it's obviously cleared up. Draymond is not going to be giving up any minute share. So
Nope. And then I'm not really attacking any of these centers here. Bogut, nah, none of these guys really.
no, no, yeah, not going to go with any of these bigs.
No. So, all right, I think that does that.
So Lillard, and that's it.
Yeah, I really like Lillard. I mean, maybe Curry, but for 10-6 with an injured ankle, that's really, really, really risky. So,
Yeah.
our last game we have is New York and LA Clippers, 202 over and under, and LA by 10. So we just mentioned her a little earlier. Looks like where's he at?
Vujicic,
Vujicic is going to
shooting
play.
guard.
I don't mind him. I don't.
Yeah, he's a punt right here.
30
You,
against Phoenix. Yeah.
it's been really crazy lately in cash games. Do you think we're going to see him tonight?
Ooh. Maybe the odd guy, but I don't think he's popular enough just yet.
I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm not going to go that route. Obviously, this is one of those, he's so low, salary that, the options that he opens up are almost worth more than the risk that, he provides you.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously he only has to hit 16, 17 to get you value, but I just don't think I can really count on that.
Not
Yeah,
GPP.
he's going to get the start because obviously, he stepped in and had a good game against Phoenix, but Clippers are a much better team than Phoenix. Little bit different style of play. They play fast too, but they're much more sound on defense than Phoenix. So
Yeah, but if don't expect a huge number, but maybe about 20 to 23, but still not too bad for only $3,700.
he's going to be the most popular tournament punt tonight, I think.
Yeah, Clippers are the number one team against shooting guards. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's the only bad thing. So yeah, definitely a GPP play here. Langston Galloway, he had a pretty good game, $3,700. Got 25 last time out against Phoenix, but same deal against Phoenix. So yeah, don't stack these guys too much over there. Definitely risky. Yeah, you liking Carmelo? I'm probably not.
just looking at him like, dude, I don't think I can play you tonight again. He doesn't have a tough matchup or anything here against Jeff Green, I don't think. But
yeah, 9,100 though, man.
yeah, exactly. We said it before that the ceiling that he offers is just not worth it. The best he's going to do for you is hit value. He doesn't
Yeah.
seem like he has the opportunity to go off for 50, 55 anymore. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news, but he's basically been making a fool out of himself. He's been acting real emotional. Oh, I'm crying right now. I don't know what to do. I'm not going to make the playoffs. I've never not made the playoffs. He's feeling real sorry for himself, and it's showing on the court that he's just. You saw where he rejected himself on the dunk there.
Yeah, that was hilarious, man.
One of the most meme-worthy clips from NBA this season.
Oh my
So
goodness.
yeah, it's just his career in a microcosm. He can get up there, get right there. Nope, not good enough. But
No.
so yeah, not gonna go with him today here.
Jeff Green had a good game that out of nowhere. I think that was just random. Do you like Jeff Green, or is that just a random right there?
It's too random. It's fake.
Yeah, probably about 20, 23 tonight. So
He is obviously a type of player who has the capability to do this on a night in, night out basis. But Jeff
yeah,
Green is your prototypical enigma player, where you're like, dude, what's wrong with you? Is it something in your head? Do you just you only play good when you have the mood to do it? What's the deal?
yeah. I bet you Memphis right now is like, come back.
Yeah, they could definitely use his body, but I mean, apparently the attitude and the work ethic he's providing here, his head is not really in playing on the court. It's probably more interested in collecting his NBA paycheck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'm gonna go back real quick because we totally missed something. I'm gonna go back to one game real quick. I just got word that Norris Cole's out again, so off track. But
It's definitely worth addressing, though.
Yeah. I mean, Tony Douglas, he's gonna start. He got 37 minutes when he last game got 22 fantasy points. So maybe Douglas, I'm not sure. Against I don't even know who's going to be the point guard for Memphis, but yeah, maybe look at that. Drew Holiday, we totally forgot about him. 8,200 though. Who I don't know, maybe. That's getting up there though, but yeah, we totally forgot about that. I thought I'd address it real quick. So.
Yeah, if Cole's going to be out here, he offers you a decent punt value at $3,600. 22 points against a tough team like Charlotte, tough defender like Kemba.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to face. He's going to be playing a bunch of scrubs. Yep. There's no point guard tonight in Memphis unless he goes up against Lance Stevenson. But even then, Stevenson, the kind of player we've seen, he can get into foul trouble. He can just dud on you. He can just not mentally be there. He might not,
blow you over. No.
Yeah, he can blow you over like LeBron.
Oh man.
Yeah, I didn't watch that game. I wanted to tune in just to see the interaction between those two.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. But back to our New York and LA. Sorry.
Yeah, let's wrap up that matchup here. You gonna go with your punt Calderon here?
Man, that made me so mad. Can't believe he did that.
I mean,
Um,
the thing
well,
is, we always joke about Calderon,
I was
so we,
yeah, but I wasn't joking though. I mean, yeah, I was joking to you, but I really wanted to pick him.
go with your
But
gut, man. Do it more often.
yep, should have. But yeah, definitely not going to pick him here against the Clippers.
One guy I
Oof,
went with my gut on against Phoenix, and it
yeah,
worked out, but not going to work out tonight, is Derek Williams.
yeah, 23 and 23 in his last two. He's getting more minutes. Porzingis not playing too much anymore. He's still a little nicked up, 20 and 22 minutes. So, but a whole different ball game here against the Clippers. So,
I think he might make it into my free roll, but that's probably it.
yeah, risky. Do you
Hmm.
like some DeAndre here against Rolo?
It's going to be a little battle down there, isn't it?
Should
Two
be
decent rebounders.
decent. I think DeAndre is a little more than decent rebounder.
Yeah, he's obviously one of the premier rebounders in the league.
There you go.
Lopez not nearly as good, but he's still pretty good. Um, Man, I think obviously DeAndre Jordan is probably your more obvious play here. Gonna offer you a better return in a cash game type of play, but I don't know that I really want to play him in cash. Maybe a tournament play here, but I think obviously Lopez at a lower price. Um, he seems more enticing, but I don't really think that he's going to hit a good ceiling up against Jordan. I think Jordan's going
Mm,
to wrangle a lot of those rebounds away from Lopez.
yeah. So I think that mostly. Yeah, I think that does it. We didn't mention Jamal Crawford or Reddick. Do you like any of those guys?
Man, it's shooting guard A, shooting guard B.
Yeah.
Um,
Reddick had a good game.
so did Crawford, not too bad either against OKC or
So yeah,
Dallas.
who do you pick?
Um, Lately, I've kind of been going with Reddick, and it seems to have been working out.
Hmm.
Let's see here. I think this kind of game it suits Crawford a little bit more. He's a little bit more aggressive. He likes to drive into the paint and get sent to the foul line. Um, New York is the kind of team that they will foul him. I think it might play more to Crawford's play style here.
It definitely should. And let's say maybe it does get out of hand, they'll be playing Crawford off the bench a lot more.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, and that obviously is much more likely to happen tonight than
yeah.
New York playing tough with them.
So yeah, I think that does it there. So a lot of games tonight. Got 10 of them. Definitely, there's probably going to be some injuries. There's got to be injuries last
Hmm.
minute with all these games. So definitely watch out for the injuries. So with that being said, I guess we can do our lineups.
All right, let's jump right in here. I guess I'll go first. My point guard. You know who he's going to be. So
DeMarcus Cousins. No.
yeah, point guard. Yeah, definitely.
All right, put in
I think you
Lillard.
should know point guard 1 and 2 actually.
Let me see if I can get it. All right, you got Lillard. Dragic.
Yeah, sorry, my
Okay,
alarm went off right now.
that's all good.
Yeah, I
Well,
got up
because
earlier than expected.
there's a lot of good point guards actually.
Yeah, there's
So
quite a few point guards here, but for the cash model, I'm probably gonna stick with the two guys that you named out. So,
all right,
shooting
Oladipo.
guard, yeah, absolutely. Just go ahead and pencil him in. Not pencil, pen him in. He's not coming out.
Right.
Um, then I got a lot of choices in here. I feel like for shooting guard for a cheaper guy.
Yeah, you
Um,
got a lot. There's your Lance Stevenson.
yeah, for I don't know. I mean, that's more GPP.
Levine.
I think I can get away with going lower than that.
Bradley.
Man, you know what? I don't know how much I want to put him in a cash lineup, but just go ahead and put in Etwan Moore here.
All right.
And then yeah, we'll go with Rudy, and I guess we'll probably go with Covington here. Um, yeah, that checks out. I'll go with Covington.
All right.
Um,
A lot of good mid-range power forwards tonight.
yeah, I don't think you really need to play JaMychal Green here tonight.
No.
So just deciding who I want to play as my second power forward. I think you know the first one.
Yep.
My center is going to dictate who I'm going to take as my second power forward, though. Most popular tonight, so I'll just go with Brook Lopez as my center. So then the power forward that leaves me is Ed Davis. Not liking that really. So let's see if I can get someone cheaper than Covington in there for a cash game because I feel like he's more of a GPP anyways. I think at 5,500, Evan Fournier is pretty nice here.
All right, plug him in there. Boom.
And then that really only affords me another couple $100 for Markieff Morris. I'm not loving that either. I'm not going to play around with it much more than that though. So that's basically where it's going to stop.
Okay, I'll just put him in there, even though probably not too high on the guy, but just to put him in there. That's more. We like almost every single person there besides Morris. So yeah, overall not bad at all.
Gonna need some final tweaking and tinkering. We still got a lot of time left before lineup lock. We do a lot of research throughout the day. And, there should be no question about whether we're putting in the time and effort on these lineups.
No. All right, so I'm gonna put in Oladipo there. I mean, he's like almost a lock.
Yeah.
Go.
Of course, when we have a lock, what happens is 30 minutes before lineups lock, they get announced out surprisingly for no reason.
Yep.
Oh, this guy has the best DVP of the year, so naturally we're gonna rest him.
Yeah, that always happens. So it sucks, but name of the game.
Hashtag DFS. Sounds like the door to the crypt was just opened.
Yeah, it was. All right, I can put in Rudy Gay. Totally have to put him in there. Fournier, and then I got $6,000 left. Oh wait, I got 1,200. Just put in Lopez here and see how that goes. Gives you 3,300, so that don't work. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it, just like you said. So, 3,300. Yeah, I'm well short, but I'm way over it. But I'm just gonna put him in there. I'm 900 short, but that's kind of who I'm liking there. So I got Lillard, Dragic, Oladipo, Moore, Gay, Fournier, Gordon, Harris, and Lopez. Kind of somewhere around there. Really mainstream, but that's kind of who I'm liking. Some people I'll get out of there, but so all right, you can do your GPP. This is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to GPP tonight.
Yeah, it is going to be really fun here. I think I'm probably going to stay put on Damian Lillard just because he's probably going to offer. Westbrook offers a higher ceiling, I think, but I don't know that he's necessarily going to hit it in a blowout. I think Lillard needs to stay on the court more here, so I think he still is probably the strongest point guard play, even in a tournament. One guy we kind of skipped over actually here, but I really don't mind in this kind of matchup here is Marcus Smart.
Yeah, we didn't mention him at all. So,
Oladipo, of course, and I'll take a risk on this flyer guy here, Vujicic. And then I'll probably go with Rudy Gay still. But I'll probably try to work in Kevin Durant here because we did say that, if we could afford to get a guy like him in there, maybe that would work out. You know what? I'm actually going to fall off him right now because tournament, probably not the best play. I don't really see him getting 6 times value or above. So yeah, I guess I actually will just stick with Rudy Gay as my primary small forward, and then I'll put Covington in there.
All right.
Power forward. Let's try to work in Davis. Let's just see how that works. And then I'll try to go with Gordon. And then center, I probably don't have a whole lot left to spend. Not loving that. It didn't end up as well as I wanted it to. So I'll fall off Covington, go to Fournier. And then center, still not looking much better, but I'll take Robin Lopez here. Or you could go with Al Jefferson, but yeah, I'll just put in Lopez just to spend up the rest of the money for the most part.
Alrighty.
Not my
All
favorite
right.
looking GPP, but some
No.
GPP plays in there.
Yep. Yep. So, yeah, I really do like GPP tonight. I love it.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna tinker. I mean, I think for the most part, I think my cash game, like, is pretty safe with what I got going on. GPP is where I'm gonna play around and get a lot of different lineups. So, just because there's so many different opportunities. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm just going to take a chance with him just to put him in there. Tony Douglas, we mentioned a little earlier. If he's going to start, get you 35-plus minutes against a banged-up Memphis team that doesn't have why not put him in there? If he gets you 20, 24, 25, I'm all right with that. I'm going to put in Sasa, Vujovic, or Vukovic, whatever. Vujovic, probably.
Yeah, it's Vujicic.
Vujovic, there you go. Probably going to put him in there. Put in Kevin Durant, Rudy Gay, Aaron Gordon. Don't think I can get him in there. Yeah. Um, 44. Yeah, the cheap power forward is just not good tonight. I'm going to go back to Harris. Take out Brooke Lopez. Probably kind of do what you did here just a little bit. And then I'll just put in, where is he at? Just put in Robin Lopez just to put him in there, even though I'm not too high on the guy. So Lillard, Douglas, Oladipo, Vukic, Durant. Yeah, I keep saying his name wrong.
It's all good.
Durant, Gay, Gordon, Harris, and Robin Lopez. So that's kind of what I'm liking. We didn't put in
luckily
AC.
you don't have to. Yeah.
I guess I could. Yeah, we didn't put him in there, but you can maybe put him in there. But kind of what we're liking. So. We got like one kind of a question. Someone asked Willie Cauley-Stein. So, I don't. Yeah, do you like Willie Cauley-Stein at all, or no?
Yeah, I don't mind him too much here. Gordon is not the best defender down low.
Yeah, how many minutes is Cauley-Stein gonna get? That's
my only question.
I mean, we saw when Cousins was out a while back. Cauley-Stein was at like $4,500. So, he can produce.
Yeah, we know that he has the opportunity to do that, but I don't know if he's really going to.
Yeah,
he's worth a look in a tournament, but don't put him in cash game. That's for sure.
No, yeah, how much is he going to play? That's the only bad thing. But man, if you get you 20, 24, 25 points randomly, boom, nobody else should really have him. So, so I think that mostly does it. That was a pretty long one, but a lot of games, so a lot to get through. Is there anything else? No, nothing else I can really see. So, yeah, that is kind of what we are liking. If you have not checked out our Twitter or our premium page, go on over there and check it out. Our regular Twitter will have one free NBA lineup per day. And then our premium will have 2 GPP and 2 50-50 lineups over there. $10 a week, 30 a month, and 40 for the rest of the season. So, like I said, I will have our link in the comment section. Click on that, message us, and we'll get you all set up. So, yeah, with that being said, definitely going to look forward to tonight. There's going to be a lot of mixing and matching. So, plus, like we said, look out for those late scratches. That always really dictates the last 30, 40 minutes before locks. So, you got any last words?
No, that pretty much wraps it up. That should do it.
All right. So, yeah, like you said, I think that does it. So, thank you for watching. If you do enjoy the video, please leave a like. We do appreciate it. If you have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button for more awesome videos. So, all right, guys, hope everyone has a good Friday and a good start to their weekend.